Breaking news. The reports of an attack on the city's primary hospital in Gaza. The largest medical facility in Gaza, Al-Shifa Hospital, was hit by an Israeli airstrike, killing and injuring dozens, according to broadcasts from the Palestine Authority radio. The hospital has been ordered to evacuate patients after the Israeli military claimed that Hamas's underground military headquarters was located close to Al-Shifa. IDF spokesperson Jonathan Conricus said that Israel is allowing people to leave northern Gaza during quick humanitarian windows, while the military battles Hamas militants. The IDF estimates between 50,000 and 100,000 people have exited northern Gaza in the last few days, and a total of 850,000 to 900,000 have fled the area, Conricus said. At the time of the conflict's outbreak, more than 1 million people called northern Gaza home. You can read more about the conflict between Israel and Hamas here. Israel Defense Forces respond to Hezbollah rocket fire with their own. Iran-backed Al-Manar TV, affiliated with the militant group, reported that Hezbollah claimed responsibility for firing missiles at Israeli troops. Israel Defense Forces said that a group launched a number of anti-tank missiles from Lebanon toward an army post in northern Israel. The Israeli Defense Force claimed to have responded to the fire by striking its origin. Israel claims to have destroyed a weapons cache and killed 30 Hamas militants. During ground raids in the Gaza Strip, the Israeli army claimed to have captured Hamas missiles, mortars, attack drones, and other assets, in addition to killing 30 militants. According to the IDF, numerous intelligence documents, maps, and communication devices were seized from the office of Yahya Sinwar's brother. Additionally, rocket launchers and operation and calibration systems for anti-aircraft missiles were discovered by the Israeli military. Police in Switzerland provide guidance to Swiss banks on identifying Hamas funding. The Swiss government informed several financial institutions and asset managers how to spot illegal Hamas donations. The police say in a letter that is cited by public broadcaster SRF that such payments are often carried out under the guise of fundraising campaigns for humanitarian aid. According to SRF, you should also be suspicious of anyone who asks you to send money through social media or digital currency. Palestinian radio says an Israeli airstrike on a hospital in Gaza has killed dozens and injured many more. According to broadcasts from the Palestinian Authority radio, Israeli forces attacked the Al-Shifa medical complex in Gaza City, killing dozens and injuring many more. A video broadcast on the radio claims that many innocent people, including children and women, have been killed. Bloomberg News was unable to confirm the video or the report. The hospital has been ordered to evacuate patients after the Israeli military claimed that Hamas's underground military headquarters was located close to Al-Shifa. The medical staff has stated that they are unable to relocate all of the patients. Germany strongly encourages Israel to cooperate with Arab states. Annalena Baerbock, the foreign minister of Germany, recently urged Israel not to lose sight of the bigger picture, and warned that the historic opportunity for peace with its Arab neighbors must not be destroyed. Baerbock said in an emailed statement, because that is precisely the goal of the terrorists, as she prepared to leave for the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Israel, on Friday. We only have a chance of success if we pull together with the Arab Gulf states in our efforts to secure the release of the hostages, humanitarian access to Gaza, or the prevention of a regional spillover of violence. Erdogan. If Israel releases Palestinians, Hamas can release civilians. According to Turkish media, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said that in order to get civilian hostages released by Hamas, Israel must release detained Palestinians. Keeping innocent people as hostages is not in Hamas' best interest. Instead, Erdogan was quoted as saying by Turkish media as he returned from Uzbekistan late Thursday that Palestinian prisoners should be released from Israeli custody. If Turkey is going to intervene here, what Israel needs to do is to quickly release the Palestinians, just as Hamas immediately releases the Israelis in its hands. Turkey's government has regular contact with Hamas's political leaders because it does not view Hamas as a terrorist organization. Turkey is essential to ending the Gaza crisis, says Bobby Ghosh for more information. Israel claims it killed all of the Hamas militants responsible for the massacre on October 7. According to the Israeli military, in the past day, Israeli forces killed several Hamas militants responsible for the deadly invasion into southern Israel on October 7. Sniper unit leader Mohammed Khalaut, company commander Ahmed Musa, and platoon leader Omar al-Hindi were named. The Israeli military claims to have captured 20 rocket launchers and killed 19 Hamas militants who were plotting an attack on Israeli troops. The claims could not be confirmed by Bloomberg News. UN agency reports that only 65 aid trucks entered Gaza from Egypt on November 9. Only 65 trucks carrying aid for Gaza entered from Egypt on November 9, the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs said. The modest number of trucks we have so far managed to get in via the Rafah border crossing is wholly inadequate compared to the vast sea of needs, said Martin Griffiths, the UN's head of humanitarian affairs and emergency relief. The UN official stated that multiple entry points into Gaza should be maintained and that hundreds of trucks are required daily, including fuel. OCHA reports that over 50,000 people fled northern Gaza on Thursday through a corridor opened by the Israeli military, while hundreds of thousands more remain in the north and are struggling to find even the most basic supplies. Israel's quick humanitarian windows, despite its ongoing conflict with Hamas. IDF spokesperson Jonathan Conricus said that Israel is allowing people to evacuate northern Gaza during quick humanitarian windows, as the military battles Hamas militants. According to Conricus in a live briefing posted on social media website X, between 850,000 and 900,000 people have fled northern Gaza since the beginning of the conflict. More attacks on Hamas's infrastructure are being planned, and troops have been stationed near the heart of Gaza City, he said. He added that the IDF was avoiding striking a certain area in southern Gaza to keep humanitarian aid flowing into the Mediterranean enclave.